Freak. So, buddy, you all right? These Target cargos that are super relaxed fit, comfortable, got your pockets, and they're like sweater, um, what is it? Fleece. I couldn't think of the word. They're fleece. So they're super comfortable and warm. So if I am running to the store or something and I don't want to like get dressed, I want to feel like I have on sweatpants, but be a little bit cuter than sweatpants. A little bit cuter than sweatpants. And then I love it too as a mom because I have like all types of stuff in my hand. I got a crossbody, a diaper bag. I can throw my cell phone in there. That's really one of the biggest things for keeping it warm, and then also being able to throw my cell phone in the bag. And this microphone. Can you hear the crispiness in my voice? Oh, that's starting to pull. Let me see if I can tag a product from, it's probably at, I think it might be at Walmart. Let's see. This microphone. Let's see. No, I'm gonna say wireless. Wireless microphone. Oh, there it is. There it is. This is the lapel that I have on right now. So it says then you can pin them. Okay. So I got the product tag, but I'm trying to see how do I pin it. So I'm new at doing this. Oh. How do I pin it is the question. Okay. I don't know how I pin it. I don't know how I pin it. So for all the creators out there, the creators, one, okay. So if you're trying to use a microphone, little lav mic here, it comes with this cute little box. And then it has both of the microphones in there. This is the one that I'm using. And I like this because I have small kids and somehow a whole microphone would get missing. So every time I use it, I put it right back in this case and charge it. And this doesn't look like, something fun to play with like the microphone and all that. So I have a better chance at it not being lost. And then the other thing that I have are these comfy pants from Target. Let's see. So they're like wide leg, like sweatpant cargos. So you got your little pockets on the side. And for me, I feel like I'm dressed. Like I feel like I don't have on like regular sweatpants, but I feel like I'm dressed enough to where I can like run to pick my daughter up from school, stuff like that. But I specifically like it for when it's like a little bit chilly outside. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying to get it set back up. When it's a little bit chilly outside, because I don't want to put on jeans, but I want to look like I put on real clothes. Because during the pandemic, okay, is it just me? Because I no longer, I like my clothes to fit like pajamas. So I like my pants to be soft. I don't want nothing like, unless I'm going to like a special event, I want my clothes to be soft. You know, this, I just had this shirt on because I was recording one of my fertility coaching videos. But like in reality, if I could just have on like hoodies every day, except like, maybe I'm going to church, throw on a little heel, a little something, something. But like on day to day, I want to feel like I'm in pajamas, but I want to look cute at the same time. So that's why I'm always like looking for like little matching sweatsuit sets and some really cute sneakers and a little crossbody bag. Put on a little red lip. A little red lip can make you look like you're like way more dressed up than you are. And that's my goal. So yeah, after going through the pandemic, so when the pandemic first started, I worked at a church. We were like still meeting. The pastors be trying to still pastor. And then after I transitioned to a different work where I work from home, first I was doing recruiting and that was too much. And then I switched over to working for a property management company. And then now I'm doing fertility coaching. Fertility coaching is something I was already doing, but now that's my main gig. Okay. Helping women of faith get pregnant naturally without IVF, even if they have a diagnosis. So I started that in 2022. Well, the end of 2021 is when I started working with people, like taking people on as clients. And then 2022, when I started getting like my testimonials and people start having their babies, that's when like my fertility coaching business like really took off. And then when I announced that I was pregnant at 38 with endometriosis and male factor infertility and being overweight and over 35, like when I announced my pregnancy with my son, who's now 1, that's when my fertility coaching business really took off, because the people were like, okay, we see you do it. We knew what you was going through when you still were able to get pregnant. Then, help a sister out. So that's when I hired a coach who helped me. And this is what I need you to follow. And matter of fact, I'm going to see, what I'm probably going to do. These are the 2 books that I wrote. One is the Fertility Cheat Code. So this is all about and keeping yourself like encouraged, because anyone who's dealt with fertility issues knows that it can be super discouraging. And so you need the faith part to kind of like keep you going along the way. So that's what the devotional is, to keep you going, like your faith to keep going so that you don't feel like giving up along the way. And the Fertility Cheat Code is like straight up strategy. And then there's some people who are like, okay, I need the faith, I need the strategy, but I also need some accountability. And so that's where it comes in, where people hire me to, hold them accountable, and make sure that they understand how to implement their strategy. If they have hiccups along the way, if the doctors tell them, oh, you need this surgery, or if their doctors say, oh, well, you got to do this, you got to do that, or you got to have IVF. When doctors start telling folks like what they have to do, and I'm like, nah, sis, call me before you go into the doctor. Okay. Let me be on speakerphone with you. Because sometimes people are being told things and it's all about the money. Okay. And so it's not real, or it's just lack of education and not understanding that your reproductive organs are affected by more than just, I'm sorry, your fertility is affected by more than just your reproductive organs. Like there's so many things that affect your reproductive organs, like how you sleep, your supplements, your stress levels, your spirit, man, all those things affect your reproductive organs. So fertility is not just a reproductive organ issue. Like that's part of it. But to improve your reproductive organs, you need to improve supplements you take, your spiritual aspect, your stress and your sleep. You can't be sleeping 3 hours a night dealing with fertility issues and wondering what's going on. Like I know there's so many people out here who, they sleep 2 hours a night and they eat McDonald's and drink a 40 ounce every day and they're still pregnant somehow. I know there's people like that, But those are the outliers. You know what I'm saying? So when you are having fertility issues, you can't keep comparing yourself to someone else, wondering like, well, how are they getting pregnant? And I'm over here eating lettuce wraps and drinking water, and nothing is happening. It can get real tiring because you're like, I'm eating lettuce wraps, I'm running 10 miles a day, I'm doing Orange Theory, I'm doing all the stuff, I'm praying, I'm fasting, I'm serving, I'm babysitting other people's bad kids, you know, we reading the word of the Lord, I tithe, I serve in my church, like I do all this stuff. And then here goes somebody on my 600-pound life drinking 40 ounces in McDonald's and they're getting pregnant. So, like, God, do you see me? And I know there's people who feel that way because I felt that way. I'm like, listen, I try to do things the right way, but it didn't seem to be working out for me. And I was feeling slighted. Like, why did I get the short stick? This is not fair. So, for all the ladies who are feeling that intensive pressure of this is not fair, how did I end up here? It's so important that we look outside of our immediate circumstances and realize that it's not fair. That's the first thing you have to accept. You know what? It's not fair. But this is what my journey is going to look like. My story is going to be different. So, what I have to do is accept where I'm at now and plan for my future. Have a specific strategy at how I'm going to reach the goal. But the thing is, you lost the 15 pounds in a way that is going to hurt your fertility instead of boost it. So you got to do things a certain way. You got to be willing to like invest in yourself, invest in knowledge, and invest in accountability, because sometimes we're so stuck in our heads that we know other people who got the results that we want and they didn't have to do anything. So in our heads, we want it to come to us that way. I don't want to have to do anything to get something that other people don't do anything special to get. Like, we're just trying to do what other people do on accident. Like, people get pregnant on accident all the time. Okay. We're just trying to do what those people do on accident. But the best way to get your results, and my clients who get pregnant are the ones who accept that my story is going to look different and I'm willing to invest in myself by getting knowledge. Hey, stepmom, I'm willing to invest in getting knowledge on how am I supposed to break past this? Like, what is there holding me back? Because when something is holding you back, it could be a spiritual holdback, it could be physical, or it could be a combination of the two. But sometimes we can't easily identify our own stuff. But just because you can stomach being around somebody, that doesn't mean that you don't still have some unaddressed unforgiveness that's deep down that you're like needing to address. And that's one of the biggest things that I walk people through is working on, is there some unforgiveness that you're still dealing with that you don't want to think about? Is there some things that are stressing you out that you're so good at handling stress? And hear me, who is this? You're so good at handling stress that you no longer identify stressful situations as stress. You don't, you're like, this is just what I have to deal with. I have to go to work and just look at these people and just hold my head down and do my work. That's just what I got to do. I identify that these people in my family, this is just my family. I know they don't support me. I know they don't show up for me, but this is, and you don't even realize that it really still bothers you that you don't have the relationships that you desire, or the money that you desire, or the house that you desire, or the body that you desire, the hair that you desire, like whatever it might be that you kind of like wish you had ideally, but you don't let it bother you or stop your life. Like, I'm not going to stop living just because I don't have what I want right now. So getting to the place where you can truly say, okay, I know I don't feel like it's a big stressor, but it is affecting me. Because even though I don't feel the stress, my body feels it. My fertility feels it. My hormones feel it. So that is, those areas that we don't typically talk about regularly are the areas that we have to deep dive in. Like when we've been struggling to be successful in one area, whether that's fertility or whatever it might be. But we're talking about fertility here because I'm a fertility coach. But whatever that is, it's so important that you allow someone from the outside looking in to help you. That's what you deal with every day. Anywho, I don't know what's going on, but I keep losing signal. So I'm going to go